let's see, I guess we'll start with the 30-day commitment. I'm still trying to think of the thing that, my 30-day commitment is to raise my average sales by 25%. That's the per sale. I need to get my per sale up, so I'm gonna do all I can to do that. I guess the thing that impacted me the most is just how we all got here. The turning points that everybody shared really hit home to me. It set the tone for this whole deal, and I realized that we are all in this thing together, and it's all the same deal, and it just really reinforced, you know, my turning point, why I'm here. So thank you for reinforcing that, everybody.
My commitment first as well, to create and use my prepared 3-step talking points, and I did quite a few new ones when discussing issues in my presentations. But most importantly, to limiting to only one state issue and 2 federal issues, because that's been my big problem, is talking about too many things. I realized that through being here. For me, the most important thing to me that impressed me this week was being here in DC and the staff. To be exposed to these people, and over, I see the passion that they have, and I think that was really important for me. They have just as much passion for what they're doing and their contributions as I do being out in the field selling for the organization. So that solidified a lot for me, and the professionalism. I just feel like the organization is just, you know, at a very high level, moving in the right direction. That makes a big difference. So that really has a fire in my belly as well.
Well, I think my 30-day commitment is to continue to stay true to the new business script. You know, I know it backwards and forwards pretty well. I've allowed myself, with the laid-back kind of atmosphere down there in Texas and the uniqueness that we have, to let it drift a little bit, but continue to stay true to that. There are some very key features within the script that really hit home and drive the nail as to what we're doing, you know, the least of which can you see the value in what NFIB is doing for your business. But then also, too, to talk with the leadership councils and the area action committees to use them as a tool for really growing the business. I think that would be a huge impact to really getting to know the leaders in the community and the ones that really feel as fervently and committed to what we do on their behalf. And I think too, to ditto what Laura was saying about the commitment that the staff here has on the backside of things, that we don't have an opportunity. We hear it all the time, but having the opportunity to come here and actually see and hear from them firsthand, and then be able to communicate that and bring it home to the people that we're trying to communicate that to. You know, I've got a realism to it, being able to wrap your arms around it. I think it's great to see how this organization has grown and the activities that they're able to provide to our members as well. So it's great to be a part of that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Commitment is to literally monitor the length of my presentations by using the 3-column bullet point issue formula, and actually timing my presentations, setting the clock, coming out, stopping the clock, finding an average over a month where I'm at with that. And that should hopefully lead to who knows what, increased sales, blah blah blah. Just it snowballs into everything else. So. Right. And the impact of the week was certainly meeting the DC staff and realizing the availability of them. That we can call or email Drew with an issue for the House or for the Senate, and just meeting these people face to face, having them say, yeah, let me know about that issue and I will contact your member and we'll take it from there. And that's just to know that is there for us, and not only on the lobbying end, but the media end, the marketing, everybody else from top to bottom. It's very nice to see and reassuring that, you know, like everyone always worries that we're out there alone, and we never are. Not only our fellow FSRs, but the DMs, to the DC staff, to the Nashville staff, and to see that team is fantastic. So that is an impact.
Cool, thank you.
And I had an opportunity, I think, to speak with each and every one of you throughout this whole week. And we're all different. I mean, we're all uniquely different, but yet somehow we're cohesive to the degree that we're doing the same thing and successfully. I mean, let's be truthful, we're successful at it. And, you know, you had the courage at the beginning of the week to say, you know, I'm hitting a rough spot. And I echoed you, and I was like, I'm sitting right there with you. And thank God for this week, Bart, because it's re-energized me, and the DC staff definitely has something to do with that. But if I boiled all the meat off the bones, it's you all that I appreciate that impacted me the most this week. And to that degree, it ties in with my 30-day commitment, which is to walk through every door. I'm going to admit it, I've been guilty. You know, this is my second year. Oh, well, they said no to me last year, I'm not going to walk through that door. And my lesson got taught to me last week. I walked through a no last year, and he said yes this year. And so I feel re-energized, and my commitment is to walk through every door.
Cool.
I discovered real quickly that we had the same one, so you have to excuse that. But it is identical. My commitment is to create and use the three-step process, talking point process, when describing the issues, and then I'm going to limit it to 2 federal and 1 state. Very similar. The thing that most impacted me this week is what always impacts me when we're together with top performers, and that it's amazing to me what some of you are dealing with in your life other than an FIB, and you're producing at a top level. And I have to admit, a lot of the things do not affect me because of certain things. I'm in a situation that's different, and we all are, I understand, but what people are doing with other baggage that's going on is amazing. And the other thing, and it correlates with that, is when we meet as a group and we're going out to dinner, we're talking and hearing about these things, and everybody in this organization is always outward focused. We're always trying to help each other, and that's what cements us together very quickly.
So this has been, in time with the program that we just watched, this has been a very out-of-the-box experience for me. So my 30-day commitment was to be more persistent and more consistent in my presentations with all of the tools and skills that I've been given. But what impacted me the most was really just seeing how all the pieces of the puzzle fit together, because I can take that back with me to the field, and I know what we're doing is valuable and adds to the political process. So that was sort of my agenda. The other thing that kind of impacted me is what a small world it is, because talking with Tom last night, he actually served on the same ship as my husband's grandfather. So
Oh my goodness.
Kind of what a small world it is. So.
To learn to talk. I was trained by Tom Sherman. You learn to talk and you'll be successful. And I really pushed John, after doing some training in other states, to get a consistent talk that everyone is trained under. And I think John and Bart, what you've done has been incredible for the organization to do that, not only with the next step of renewal, so my 30 days to learn to talk, as Dale had said. He listened to John do the talk, and it's right on the numbers. He puts into play what he preaches. So I want to do that. This is really the second 301 that I have been involved with, because some of us came out and Bart did a 301 abbreviated day, and we got so much packed into.
Well, hold on. You guys came out on your own expense. I don't know if that's a 301, but
From our,
we tried.
Yeah, you did a great, incredible day. So I was the shock and awe of the organization. Coming back again, extremely impressed with
where this organization is going on so many fronts. Just compared, you know, the other time was just the integrity of the organization, the people, but they have put a marching into place, and we feel it every day. The biggest impact for me for the week has to do, number one, with you as as people that are here, and also the organization. And the picture that comes to my mind is you and I, we are mountain climbers. Okay? Now, a mountain climber, you think that the mountain climber is climbing this big mountain, and he's to the top. Well, I've been to the top of some mountains, and the mountain climber actually goes through many tops of hills and drops back down and up again and down again. The organization has done that, but the mountain climber keeps climbing the mountain even though he's in a descent, because he's going to another level. And I'll tell you right now, as we talked about earlier, Joel, once you've been to the top, the walk down may be easier, but you're going to hit that bottom level and you got to make a decision. Am I a mountain climber? So what I'm really learning right now is the things that to go to that next mountain again. Honestly, if I could have the next 3 years, as the 14th was the end of my first 3 years, and do what I did the last 3 years, and to work at that level, I'm going to have a great career with NFIB. The decision is, are you going to be a mountain climber? And that's what I'm going to be involved with. I think that's what you're involved with.
Well, my 30-day commitment is to learn and use the new renewal presentation to gain increases. I think I do fairly well with gaining increases, similar to what Hal was telling us with putting the numbers on the back. I do that right when I receive them. I like some of his strategic number marks, so I do have some that I haven't done yet, so I might utilize a couple of those. But it seems inconsistent, and I'm thinking that putting into place the new renewal presentation, there's definitely, I've read through it, there's definitely some powerful lines in there that you don't want to leave out. Similar to when we deliver the new business presentation, we know where the power lines are and the power pauses, and it works. So I want to carry that now to renewals to ensure that I'm hitting my renewal bonuses, which are very important, and to build the increases for the company. So this week was phenomenal, from the top down, from the planning and everything you do, and meeting all of you and hearing your stories. And probably the most impressive, I loved the tour. I know that was just a part of it. Meeting and seeing all the division and department heads was awesome. But I think for us to be able to say we stood in Dan Danner's office, we talked with the CEO of our company, shook his hand, hugged, whatever you did, whatever, I love Dan Danner. He is incredible. And just, he is NFIB. I mean, his t-shirt probably says it. So I love working here. It is a career. It's longer than 3 years. And I love NFIB.
Let us hear it, Johnner.
Well, my 30-day commitment, that new renewal presentation, it's killer. My problem whenever a new presentation comes along, I'm kind of bullheaded and stupid. Forget the old one. I got to forget the old one and get this new one word to word. That's my 30-day commitment. Listen to Hal here with the increases. That helped me tremendously, and I'm gonna put that in a jar and open it up every renewal that I do. As far as the impacts of this week, they're all right here. I learned more on the breaks, on the walks, on the tour around the monuments, little sidebars with everybody. Bart, you do a great job. Working with Chuck here, never forget that, bud. I'll never forget that. But no, it's the DC staff. Getting up and seeing with Dan Danner and shaking his hand and saying, hey, I was in the CEO's office yesterday. He cares about all your small business owners. We need more of you. The whole week. The whole week is a great kick in the career to get it all started. And we all need that. I think I have a little more years under my belt with you all, and believe me, there are the peaks and valleys, and you're going to see them all the time. Don't you start crying on me, because I'll stop too. But let's see it. But no, that's about it. It's a great opportunity. It's a great honor, really, to be allowed to come to a class with such a great group of new folks. And I guess that's about all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Well, we're glad you came back the third time.